Hello. I've done the best I can the whole time. I'm tired, weary, my muscles are worn out, my hands are damaged and hurt, still movable, my feet sore, my body's aching, my heart is scared. Maybe not my heart, but my mind. I'm afraid and courageous. I don't even know if anybody will ever even see this video. I take leaps and bounds. I go as far as I can. For a long time now, it's been hard to go the distance I plan to go this evening. I don't even know if I will have the bravery to even do it, even after saying this, posting this, putting this video here. I come so serious to you now, as I always have. I'm a warrior. I am a heart warrior. Peaceful and not. The way that I am is not a volatility. It is righteous, the action that flows through me. But what is that word to us? What does it mean? It depends on who it is that's speaking it, the point of view or the perception that's perceiving it. All things are pure. All things, perfection. And tonight, I plan to go somewhere I've been afraid to go. Even now, I feel the teetering of it, the wishing to retract, to pull back, to not go deep. But goodness, I feel my soul calling me. I feel my heart speaking. I feel this amazing thing inside of me welling up, wishing to be free. And what is this thing but my truest self, fully dedicated in complete form and devotion to all beings? You could say that I've been that way for many moments and many times, but geez, how tough it is to be 100% of the time, always and always. And how easy when it's all that you can possibly ever do. It's all anything ever does, but lives in surrender to the benefit of everything else, which is completely itself. But I'm tired, and I don't want to wait any longer. You could call it impatience, you could call it whatever you wish. But I am very mindful and very aware, and I determine and judge the benefit of whatever it is that I'm doing. And I've been doing this for a long time now, being hypersensitive and aware of every action, every movement, and everything that's been occurring all around me. I'm aware of the plays and the stories in the world. I'm aware of what needs to come in order for us to be free. I'm aware of the way in which I am able to teach and share, and the slowness of that progress, or what it is I'm able to do when I bring myself into the trueness of my being, when I come to you, when I teach you, whatever it is that comes to me, to be able to be seen. The showing of all of reality in a really amazing and phenomenal way that I can tell you all day, but unless I can show you truly that this is something that I know, what is it you would do? My authenticity be too harsh, too rough, and I will not gentle myself for the benefit of your ego. I will not gentle myself to enable things to sustain longer in their suffering. I will not live in complacency. I have what is true compassion, what is true wisdom. I have united these things on my being constantly, and so now I come to you today to say that I will come as far as I can. I will go as deep as I am able on this evening, if not the next. You see, this teetering, this dwindling even lies within me, and so maybe this be a teaching for all to see, that when I come truly into me, if I ever do, if I am ever able, that you will know this part of the path, that you will know that even I, even you, even the greatest among us, will feel this fear, will feel this pull, this fear of the unknown, and also fear of the known. You see, I am not aware. I am not ignorant. There are things that, yes, I could say that I am ignorant to. There is a vast amount of multiplicity occurring. There is information that lasts the eons, infinite and limitless in its expanse. To know all of it would be omniscience. And there is a way to do this. There is a way to align with this part of our being that occurs with everything simultaneous. And in a way that may be what I'm attempting today. I cannot say for you exactly what it is that I am attempting to do, but it'd be the correlation, the summation, the completion, the entire compilement of all of the experiences and all of the wisdoms that have been brought to me. I am tired of sitting in this forest. I'm tired of sitting on this hill. I'm tired of doing all the things that I am doing. I don't care to eat the food. I don't care to listen to the music, to watch the movies. I wish to enlighten all beings, to liberate everything entirely. That is all that I wish. That is all that I want. And I am sitting here waiting for the day in which it will bring me to be provoked in order to do such a thing as to awaken me fully. Upon awakening myself fully, will you too awaken? I have no idea what will happen for you. It seems as though it be possible, and so do so many other routes and purposes. Services, whatever it is that wishes to come from this. I say nothing with any thinking before it. All of this comes to you here now in the moment, authentic, genuine, exactly as it's meant to. By the moment itself do I bring myself through this surrender. And fear drowns my being as I speak this to you, because I know what I'm about to be attempting to do. Will I turn into a golden beam of light energy? Will I leave completely? Will you never see me again? Who will find this video that might be my very last? Or who, or what, could be the beginning of no longer needing to even make a video, as the walk can walk itself, so amazing in its showing, so powerful in its going, flipping from here and there and everywhere like an electron quantum leaping from place to place in its orbit. I have no idea what will come of it. I feel enormous energy rising in me as I speak this to you today, as I always do whenever I feel this way, this amazingness, this fullness. I have fear, my ankle hurts, my body's aching. Can I actually do this, or will I break myself trying? Am I able to stay present? Am I able to stay there for the long duration? Can I really do this thing by staying in this channel forever? I've stayed in channels forever before, and it turned out forever was only a moment. But is there a way to completely stay in that channel completely forever without it only lasting the moment? Am I able to really keep my focus for such a long time, for such an amazing amount of time? Can I beginning and end the motion in a place that is faith, and walking with faith the size of a mustard seed? Can I move into the motion that is the now, that is the perfection of my being? That I constantly weave in such an empowered way that it awakens and frees all beings everywhere without one exception from suffering. Whew. People do not know what it is to walk this path and this route and this way and this deepness. They stay completely tethered into the world, and they act as if they are here devoted, and it's an amazing thing in which I see, because it is true of them to be devoted, in which the surrender it is necessary for them to be. But man, if only you wish the things that were coming through me, that were coming through the mind, to have to give up constantly in all the attachments of all the things and all the ways, and completely give yourself over and over and over again to a greater purpose. So great that it's hard for you to step into it. How could I be so worthy, it says. As the disciples said to Jesus, how is it, constantly they asked him, how is it that we are worthy to sit beside you on the throne? And he said today, because you are me. Don't you see? Haven't you known by now, after all the great signs that I have shown? Haven't you seen? Don't you know by now? We are we. We are one. We are me. And so to step into the rising sunshine and the light for all beings to see radiating outward with no apology, I wish to step into the trueness, the fullness of my being, and shine radiantly as a beautiful star, the greatest one in our night sky, in the sky of our day. My story is that of the sun. I read something on numerology today, posted on Facebook. Number 6. The sun. How beautiful. What a poetic and amazing dream that came to me in such a way to show me the most amazing things that align with all of reality. If it had said anything else, it wouldn't have aligned with me, but that happens to be me, so what an amazing thing for me to be able to see such a great and amazing gift that is today, and all these phenomenal synchronicities that constantly befall me. Here I am at the house of the sun, Haliakala, coming back to my home. I knew it before, years before, when I stared at the sun and I expected to see my own face. After I had prayed to it and it gave me a gift of myself, I suppose, I'm not sure. It didn't come with words, but I received it. The trees have done this too, and so has the moon. So have all of you, and I too have given in return. Perhaps I gave first. It doesn't matter. We equally give. This is helping me in some way. And still I can tell you that I am afraid. I don't know what I will do after I get off this video. I do not know if I will truly go into the ceremony in which I'm alluding to, or if this is just the beginning of the effort to have the motivation, to have the bravery to do such a thing. I'm afraid of losing myself. I'm afraid of becoming a crazy person on the streets. I'm afraid of itching my nose in front of you. I'm afraid of so many things, you see. And yet, I am forever brave. I am an amazingly brave being. Fear being necessary to create the correlation between. Fearlessness. I channel in order to question, inspiring fearlessness. I am guided by the power of elegance. I seal the output of intelligence with a resonant tone of attunement. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. Yellow Resonant Warrior Day. That is today. And so I come to you here now to say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night, adieu, adieu, to you and you and you. While fear grips me, I feel courage building. I just want to watch a movie. I just want to lay down in bed and go to sleep. I just want to eat some food or something, drink some water, smoke some weed, smoke a cigarette, do anything. Make love with a beautiful woman, I don't know, anything. Please don't make me do this, I think to myself, and it's the only thing I want to do. So what must then I do? It's so scary. It's so scary. I've let go of everything constantly. And people would say all kinds of things of me. I remember hearing from people, men are so easy to renounce everything, these women would say, acting like it was a terrible thing. Like we couldn't love anything or hold on to anything or whatever it is, making fun of us in the way we wish to give. I'd give it all. They say, how can he give it all? He gives everything. How terrible. What an evil person. This thought has always been in me. I remember everything, every meeting, every conversation, every point of dissonance and harmony, everything entirely. For some reason it's a burden of me, and also the greatest of blessings. I read a teaching the other day. It said that he that feels burdened would lay in bed and have excuses of laziness, and that is not the way of this path. It is a great blessing. And it is, to do these things, it is a great blessing. To be able to renounce this and that, and to be truly free, and to be of benefit to all beings, to bring liberation to all beings. It's difficult. Nobody knows how difficult. They keep their attachments and they act like it's easy. They have never let go of everything. They act like they do, but they hold on to all of it. Every bit of it. They haven't once let go of themselves. They talk about ego death. How did you die? What was it? Were you forever changed? Were you as you knew me, completely different? Were you as you knew you? Could you ever return to where you came? I could not. And they looked down on me for it. They looked down on me for fulfilling my soul's purpose. And they look down on everybody doing this. And I know that you, the ones I talk to now, are doing the same thing. You're perfect. Exactly as you are. Any way that you be. If you change today, if you don't change today, if you change tomorrow, if you don't change tomorrow. If you continue on as you do, forever and always, whatever you do, you're perfect. Exactly what we all need. Does that mean it won't motivate you to seek deeper? I don't know what will. For me, I had this amazing fantasy of being this great being. I had heroes to look up to. Jesus, Buddha, other people that had been completely devoted to everything. Heroes, they were. They would get stoned to death by people to preach the word of truth. Heroes. These were my heroes. Even those that have the valor and the honor in war, also heroes. I used to want to be like them. But then I realized that that wasn't the way to save the world. It's a way to try. It's a way of the ignorant from the point I see it now. But still this will happen and people will attempt it. Or maybe they'll stop. I hope that they do. I hope that we all can stop and love ourselves. Walk the medicine path, whatever your medicine may be it be music or psychedelics in some nature of it, to walk in reverence with all of life, to speak to the trees, the wind, feeling the blowing breeze. I hope that we can all cherish the sun and the moon and the earth and the stars in the sky, the oceans and all of the waters of the moment. I hope that the birds and the bees buzz by us and that we see them as our family. That all insects and all creatures of life are here worthy of being here, equal in always, always. I hope that I can remember these things in times when I lose my patience, in times when I become slightly annoyed, that I can remember compassion and that my little brother that is on me is my teacher, and not to go so quickly and hurt my friend, my brother, myself, my guide, my teacher. I hope that I can find compassion for all of life and all of the ways that life portrays itself, that I not judge it and dishonor it with the way in which I create reality and sustain bindings on everything around me by holding it to a shape or form of negativity because of the way I have decided to perceive. I hope that there is a way for me to share these things with all of you, and that today I do not lose myself completely, because it is my deepest want and desire to help all of you with these things that have been brought to me. And I'm doing my best to save myself, all of ourselves, from suffering, from ignorance, from all of the things that cause us to be in any way less devoted to what is truly great. And even though I know it to be perfect, I aspire to be even greater every day than the day before, or to learn in which way is my purpose best sustained and fulfilled for the benefit of everything. I am afraid that what I am doing is going too fast for all of you to keep up with me. I am afraid that I'll go too fast for me to keep up with me. I am afraid that I will wait too long and break my body and not be able to weave the energy that has been given me such gift to be able to be weaving. It has been a long time since I have weaved in the ways that I used to weave. And I hold on to those days, for they were great and powerful. And I know that I can be this way all the time, always. I'm unsure if it be necessary. There was a golden beam of energy that I almost became once. And I always remember that opportunity to step fully into the perfection of everything with an utter trust that was much greater than me now, and is me as well. And so, in the thought of this, I wonder which day will come that I will again courageously step into such a channel, that I will be presented with such an amazing opportunity to be fully me, in complete and utter unity with everything. Now, I am always this. You are always this. But there is a potential for limitlessness that still sits here, lying dormant. And I wish to awaken it, this sleeping giant. I am afraid that in attempting to do this, it will lead me to disgrace. It will lead me to be a crazy person on the street yelling at the trees, having everybody point at me in shame, saying, "Look at him, he must be on drugs," when really I simply tried my hardest to go very fast and I couldn't keep up with it. Who knows? I don't know. You see, that man tried to be a benefit to all beings in a big way, and then he wasn't good enough. And so now he's like that. But he's still a benefit to all beings. He's just all crazy. A reflection for others to see. Maybe they'll be aware and they'll go where I wish to go and do it better than me. I can't imagine that that's what's for me, but who could? My intuition has seldom ever been wrong. In fact, it's never been wrong, though I have gone against it and made the wrong choice. It's crazy how much your intuition can know, past what you know. But it is you too, so it just depends on who you're following. The doubt, the fear, the mind, what is it? There's so many teachings I have not brought to you yet. There's so many things that I have not come to say. I didn't really want to come to you or to leave you or to go into this ceremony until I had said all of the things in which I needed to say. I don't want to die without you knowing these teachings. A Lama told me that I have to uphold my lineage, that I must share these things. People tell me to write books. I guess that I do have the time. I don't know how to write a book. Do I write it on the computer? Do I write it on paper? If I do these things, it hurts my hands. Do I write it here on video? If I do this, it hurts my neck. Will anybody tape it? And is it making any sense? Can I really tell the entire story on here? Maybe I can. Will it last forever? Maybe it will. Books are for sales, right? Who reads books anymore anyways? Maybe I can make audiobooks. Then it would be more structured and be easier. But why would you listen to me? Why would you listen to me? A homeless man on the street. I am running out of food and barely have any money. And still, I am not worried. I worry about one thing. About being of benefit to all beings. Am I doing this? Am I not doing this? And I want cigarettes still. I quit recently, and I'm telling you, every day I dream of them. I dream of them every night, and I almost smoke them. Last night, I smoked a spliff in my dream with a beautiful woman. I actually know this woman, and it was funny. Her skin was so soft. Her conversation was so polite and so beautiful. Had interest in me. Felt amazing. That's what that feels like. I see. I forgot. I've renounced so much. I have one focus so hard that I can't even cater to other focuses. I sit there and I listen to these focuses for a while, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's bring it over to here, where we can grow and we can learn. I'll hold space for this for a little, but let's learn from this. Let's do this together. I'm learning from everything. Let's learn from everything together. What do you say? If you don't want to do this, that's beautiful. You know what? You go learn at your own pace somewhere. Right now, I feel so sustained talking with you. I wonder if it's me dragging along, lagging behind. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know if this is going to work out. I am very afraid. I wonder if this ever comes to you. What would you do if you were afraid like this? Would you just say, well, then don't do it. It's a sign not to do it. If you're this scared, then don't do it. Yeah, that's one way to think about it. Another one is knowing that you've always been afraid. You know, maybe people have not always felt this, very brave or ignorant, I'm not sure. Who knows? Sometimes stupidity is the reason for bravery. And then we get into that place and we're like, oh shoot, I was not thinking about this possibility. Now I realize that I wish I didn't do this. Holy crap, let's back out of it. But I, on the other hand, think about all of the worst possibilities every time I go to do something. I'm like, okay, what's the worst possible thing that can happen here? Okay, it's worth the risk then. Let's go do this. You know? I guess we'll be alright. Maybe not every time. I kind of now seem to be surrendered to the moment in a pretty big way. And most things I'm doing nowadays are pretty mundane, pretty safe, you know. I sit around a lot now, waiting for my body to heal and be prepared to move in some kind of a manner. I'm wondering when the day will be that I ignite myself into greatness, what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, what kind of motivations I'm supposed to be having. Is this okay? Is that okay? What is this? What is that? Watch a lot of movies right now. Kind of holding period of fear or something of like, oh shoot, I don't know quite what I'm supposed to be doing. I was doing all of these things, and every time I did one of those things a lot, I hurt my body in some manner, and then I couldn't really do the thing that I wanted to be doing, which was weaving energy for the whole of everything. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be doing this language for the rest of my life 24/7, every day and every night, without any sleep or any rest, along with the movements, opening gateways and portals in kinds of amazing ways? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be speaking to people and activating them? I do all of these things. What am I supposed to be doing? And so I'm in this weird place of not being sure. Am I supposed to be having ceremony, very powerful ceremony, constantly, only that, expanding into the limitlessness of my being? But you see, I'm all injured. So I'm like, man, I really want to wait until a day when I'm not injured so that I can go into this fully in a very strong manner. But it doesn't seem like it's happening. Like, the more I wait, the more injured I become. So I'm like, ugh, I could wait even longer, but now is a day that's important. This day won't come for another 260 days. And on every day for the past 4 years of this day, I have had amazing accelerations in my life. And so this is a gateway, a portal I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss. 2020, or 2020 today, 9/20/2020, beautiful. Tomorrow, the 21st, is the Yellow Resonant Warrior Day. I have a choice to go into ceremony tonight on this 2020 gateway. It's also the 9th month, which 9s are very important to me. And then coming into Yellow Resonant Warrior Day, I will be deeply engulfed in this ceremony that is possible to last for the entire rest of the day. Or I could wait till tomorrow and do it tomorrow evening after the sun goes down. And then I'll have that entire night into the next day. 21's right there on this thing I'm looking at, actually. Just interesting. I don't know if that means 21 grams of protein. What is that? It's interesting, that. As if it wants me to wait. And maybe I make this video for you now so you can see. I am deathly afraid, but if I don't do it this evening, I have to do it by tomorrow evening. Otherwise, I miss it completely.